once a year, I spend 1 month in the wards as part of the, I see patients 1 day a week, but I spend 1 full month in the clinical wards away from the laboratory. First of all, it humanizes me. And every year I ask myself, when I go the first day of the wards, I ask myself, why am I doing this? And I sit down with usually the interns and residents, and the first time you see the interns or residents who are passing through the cancer ward, they are shell-shocked. Cancer still lives, thankfully, actually lives in the outpatient world these days. It doesn't live in the wards anymore. But when it does live in the wards, it is a particularly nasty variant usually. These are people who are going through complications of chemotherapy. These are people who have failed chemotherapies. They're coming back for second round, third rounds, et cetera. It's a depressing place. And I sit down at rounds the first day, and I say to them, in 1947, if you were in Boston, and you happened to be the internal resident taking care of a child with acute lymphoblastic leukemia, you could be sure that 100% of your patients would die in a matter of 6 days, 7 days, 10 days, 2 weeks, 4 weeks. 100% of the patients. If you then came back to that same ward in 1957, you would find that the numbers had decreased to 50%. If you came back to the same ward in 1977, it would be down to 10%. By 1990s, it would be down to 10 or 10, 15% downrange. And here's what's the kicker for me, is that, and I tell myself this, actually I'm telling myself this, you won't know if the woman with malignant metastatic melanoma is going to be part of that 15% in 10 years from now, or if she's not going to be. And amazingly enough, it's that uncertainty that will drive you. It drives me. You won't know, you cannot tell, but imagine that moment of time. I mean, it should send a shiver up everyone. If it doesn't send a shiver up your spine, you're in the wrong profession. That 100% of these children would be dead, and in 10 years' time, because of serial iterative advances, 90% of those children are being cured, and 80-90% of these children are being cured. And imagine being able to do that for melanoma. Imagine being able to do that for acute myelogenous leukemia. Imagine being able to do that with metastatic HER2-positive breast cancer, triple-negative breast cancer. That uncertainty will drive us in places that we've never been before, and I think it's something very profound about medicine.